Hey guys, and welcome back, and today I wanted to get around doing a video that I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's basically FIFA 17 and how the season's basically gone. FIFA 17? FIFA 18 I meant, sorry. And how the season has really gone at the moment for the likes of Ultimate Team. And at the very start I started off really well, and the tactic I've been doing throughout this season, which I kind of stopped halfway through and started doing different tactics and other stuff, which I kind of still do it now, but at the moment, as you can see, I just do not have enough coins to do the tactic at the moment. So basically at the start of the season I started doing a load of squad battles, and at the moment I've barely done any, as you can see. And I've been getting 10k basically every week, and buying players from big leagues like the Premier League and whatnot for 10k, and or like the Bundesliga and all that stuff. And these players over time will become more expensive and probably worth like around 20k, so you get 10k profit from out of that. And if you have a look on my profits, I've actually I've got a 700k, around 800k profit there from doing this tactic, and it's a very, very good tactic. And the main thing I always did was I didn't really keep much players. I just got some players and then sold them in the end as I kept on going through. And the other tactic I kept on doing as well was when for doing like packs and everything, I started doing the leagues, and at the moment I've completed like 2 leagues, which is the Premier League and the EFL Championship. At the moment I'm currently doing likes of Liga NOS, which I've only done 1 at the moment, but at the moment I'm currently doing Serie A, or Serie A, or some people might say, and the Bundesliga. I could do like the Eredivisie, but at the moment some of the teams that I've already done have basically they're like the best packs. I've already done them, and the main things I've been looking into is like Jumbo Premium Gold packs, and these are the packs I'm mainly like focused on, and these teams are mainly focused on, because you do get a lot more stuff in the pack, and you do get some pretty decent stuff in the end. And as you can see at the moment, I've got to do like this, the Indies, which are probably going to be really easy to do, as like their premium, like prime mixed gold players pack and whatnot. This is a premium Electrum players pack, which I might actually do later on today. But we've got like sort of Inter Milan, which is a small rare gold players pack, which I might do at one point. And because of the packs recently have been insane, you can get all sorts of players now. I definitely will be doing this later today, but not now because I'm currently doing the video. And also sniping as well. I've been able to snipe cheap informs and then buying them on for a decent amount of price. And it's the same with like players like Ryan Gibbs at the moment. If you look at his price, he's got currently I think like 2k, and I bought him for like 1.4, and I sold him on for 1.8, so you get 400 coins there. And basically for me, the main thing I've always got annoyed at is when people do not people do not buy players for the minimum price. They never buy them, so you mainly all the time go for a bit cheaper, probably like 100 or 200 coins cheaper, which is basically how I've managed to do things and how I've managed to get more money in through. And so far it's how I've done it, and at the moment it's been pretty decent. Of course, the weekly objectives as well, I've mainly been doing a few, and at the moment so far we're in a team week challenge minimum of, so you got this as well, and you get 2 rare player packs, which is pretty decent. And at the moment I've not really done much. And yeah, so excuse me about the burp. So recently I've basically looked into a few players, and at the moment I have really looked onto YouTube and looked into certain players like Wilfried Zaha and all that stuff, and like sort of Roberto Firmino. And as you can see, you got like sort of 97 Mbappe, 97 Sanchez, and 97 Aguero. But at the moment, the one thing about this FIFA is I haven't spent any money on this FIFA. I've spent a lot of time just gathering up coins, buying players, and then selling those players on. But I think halfway through the season, what I decided to do is build up on my team instead of actually selling them on, because the majority, like when I got halfway through, I was getting so many free good players where I basically needed to build a team around them. And yeah, so now we get onto my squad, and this is it. The squad at the moment, as you can see, I've got Karius in goal, Van Dijk, Bailly, Aurier, Rose, 94 Carrick, Kevin De Bruyne, Martial, Masonda, Roberto Firmino, and Wilfried Zaha. Very underappreciated goalkeeper. I know in real life he has been absolutely shocking recently, and I think the main reason why it's been shocking is because his confidence has gone to hell. He hasn't really got on much confidence at the moment. As you can see, I've only played one game with him, but I've like sold him on and bought him on again. But then I actually got him in a pack, and I was like, okay. But normally it would have been, I did actually have, before Karius, I had the Manchester City goalkeeper, Edison, but I had to use him for an SBC for the likes of Michael Carrick. And yeah, it's very, very good. And then we've got like Van Dijk and also Bailly in the centre back spot, and again, as you can see, you've got loads of purple cards. These are basically players we've been given for free, which is very, very good. Likes of Mbappe in the bench, and Varane and Deulofeu, which I've got. Also Gabriel Jesus, which I sold him. I think I had him like 6 times, and he was easy. He was one of those players you could easily buy and sell on for a decent price. And now I've got him as a purple card. I thought I might as well keep him. And at the same time, all these cards as well, I've missed out on actually trying to put out anything, because I've been off for like 2 weeks. But now I'm actually fully back and should be able to do all this. And for the likes of SBCs, the likes of Michael Carrick, of course, Kevin De Bruyne, again the Premier League SBC. I actually got Masonda in a 2-players pack, in a gold upgrade pack, and I was really shocked that I managed to get him. And with likes of Kevin De Bruyne as well, Premier League as well. This guy is actually insane. By the way, great shot, and he just seems to just be banging. And then we've got likes of Martial, again, very, very good, dribbling wise and everything. He seems to really dominate that midfield spot. And with likes of Wilfried Zaha and Roberto Firmino, I've had these two for a while now, and basically these are like my favourite strikers. With Wilfried Zaha at the moment, 35 games played, 29 goals scored, and 27 assists. Very, very good. And with likes of Roberto Firmino, 41 games played, 38 goals scored, and 20 assists. These guys up top are insane, and I was trying to get the 90 rated Defoe, but I missed out on trying to get him, so instead I've got Michael Carrick instead, who is insane, by the way, as a centre CDM. And also with that as well, the main thing I do with this formation, with likes of playing games and everything, I do change the formation around as well. And with the likes of this as well, I do change the formation to a 4-4-1-1, if I can find it. There it is. And this is basically how the team would look. And with my bench as well, I have got the option. I was putting on like Sigurdsson on the team, and basically putting him there. And I will need to convert his card to a left mid card, but he's been very, very good there. And actually, I don't know if I've got one. Do I have one? No, unfortunately not. But he has been very, very good. And for me, like with this formation as well, this formation does dominate a lot, with the likes of Roberto Firmino being a centre forward. And I have spent a lot of my time trying to figure out which is the best way to put certain players and whatnot. And so far, with the likes of Roberto Firmino and Wilfried Zaha, putting them in like a 4-4-1-1, it seems to be really, really good. And with the likes of Michael Carrick as well, I've only played one game with him at the moment, but he has got very, very good passing. Very good long passing as well, 99, both short and long. And he seems to be very, very good with very, very, very good with passing. Decent strength, very decent slide tackle, stand tackle, very, very good. Interceptions, 99. This guy can intercept so many footballs, it's insane. His attack positioning is very good, his finishing is a bit weak, but he has a CDM, so... but his shot power is 99 and his long shots is 86. This guy, again, is also insane. Like, he is just insane. And lots of Kevin De Bruyne as well. Like, this guy is just insane as well. 91 attack positioning, 89 finishing, shot power 92, long shots 93, volleys 88, penalties 83, vision 96, crossing 96, free kick accuracy 88, short pass 96, long pass 89, curve 88. Like, this guy cannot be stopped. And the one thing I like about him is he's got 5-star weak foot. 5-star weak foot. This guy, like, he is just insane. And with the bench as well, I've got likes of Sigurdsson, Carlos Vela, who is incredible, by the way. He's got a very, very good finesse shot. I have used him once or twice, and his finishing is really, really good. Like, he's such a cheeky player when you put him in the team. And I normally swap him off for because at the moment we've got the scary card boost, and Masonda's normal card is 77 rated, and it's still very, very, very good. Still 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves. But I do swap him on sometimes for the likes of Carlos Vela, and he is really just clinical when you put him on finesse shots. His finesse shooting is just really, really good. And with the likes of Sigurdsson, Gabriel Jesus, if I want more pace up top, then there you go, got likes of them. And then we've got like Lallana, for instance, with likes of Wendell, Matip, Moya, Varane, Mappe, Mori, Delafu, and Iheanacho. And I've got to say, it's a very, very solid team. Out of all the teams I've had, this has probably been my most successful team, by far. And if we look on player search, again, we've got loads of loan players. I've still got this lone Harry Kane, very, very good, by the way. And then we go on to the next page, and we've got likes of, at the very start, we've got likes of Van Dijk, of course, and then you got Daniel Rose. Those are random players, and then we've got likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Michael Carrick, Roberto Firmino, Zaha. And this is what I meant. I get so many free, I've been working on a lot of SBCs, and I got Roberto Firmino through an SBC. I've got likes of Masonda through an SBC, and then you got like Vea through the weekend league, and it has been very, very good. I have spent a lot of my time just building on this team, and I've mainly built around my team with the likes of Roberto Firmino. I got Roberto Firmino first, and then I got Wilfried Zaha, and then I built it up, which is really, really good. And then the one thing I was quite surprised about is I spoke to some of my friends about Kevin De Bruyne, the 94 rated card, and he said to me, it is going to cost you quite a lot of money, and it did cost me a decent amount of money, but I think I did get away with, I think it only spent me around 100 and probably 80k for that Kevin De Bruyne card, and I did snipe a lot of players, and I did do a lot of sniping for that card. And With the Michael Carrick card, I already had a few players. I already had a few players, so I could easily done that and all that, and I was able to do that easily. And with Will Zaha, that only cost me around like 20k, and it was very, very cheap to get. And with the likes of Roberto Firmino, how I got him through a guaranteed Premier League Team of the Season, and I had to use my Morrison's I had to use a FL Championship player, Morrison's, and put him in and make like an 83 rating or 84 rated squad, and in the end I got him. And I'm quite happy with the result of the team and the result of players I got, because so far the main thing I had with FIFA 17 is I rarely had any special cards. I think I had like 2 or 3, and that was like Mane. And for me, FIFA 17 was a bit of a dull waste, because it just didn't feel right. Everything was dull and everything was so depressing. FIFA 16 was really fun. I had a lot of fun with that, with the likes of Balassi, who was really, really good. The likes of Insigne and Higuain and all that stuff, they were fantastic. Diabala as well was back in FIFA 16, was very, very good. But with FIFA 18, this has definitely been my most successful FIFA, and I have spent a lot of my time with this game. And for me, at the very start of this FIFA, the passing was very, very good, but then it went very, very bad. So the main thing with FIFA 19 that I hopefully they do is make passing great, like it was at the very start of this FIFA. The main thing I had when talking about this to people and everything is they really did not like it. They really did not like how the passing at the very start of this felt. And I was at the start of this, I was probably easily beating them easily, but because of passing, it really did mess my game over. And I had to work a lot trying to find a good passing player. And so far, with likes of Lana, he was very, very good at passing. But one player that did fantastic was likes of Lazzini, who was very, very, very good. And he was spot on pretty much every time. And with that as well, I think I was using like a 4-3-3, and Bakayoko was very, very good. But the best centre mid or CDM was probably Gayu from Everton. He was amazing. 83 rated. I think he's got 72 pace and whatnot. Hold on, let me see if I can find him. He was very, very good, very good. And for me, there we go. So he's got 76 pace, 77 dribbling, 83 defending, 70 passing, and 81 physicality. He, for me, definitely one of the best CDMs to get, or the best CDM to get for likes of FIFA as a gold card. I really didn't mind Bakayoko, but Gayu, he seemed to do really, really well. He fitted really well how the way I play, and he seemed to be the best out of the lot. And I gotta say, Bakayoko for me felt a bit of a letdown, because I know a lot of people did like his card, but for me he didn't feel right at all. He didn't feel like that proper card. And looking at their stats, both of their stats are kind of the same, except I think Gayu had like 81 physicality, but Gayu is a little bit quicker, and all that stuff. So, but for me, Gayu definitely one of the best CDMs in the game. And some of the left backs, the main left back I loved the most was the player here, Wendell. He is insane. I only used him for 30 games, and because I stopped making Bundesliga and Premier League, I haven't been using him as much. But he is insane to use on this as well. Very fast, very decent defending. Side tackle 87, stand tackle 82. And the one thing I realised was his long shots. He did bang in some pretty good long shots, and for me, he definitely was probably one of the best left backs in the game. And then we've got likes of Danny Rose. I don't mind him, he's okay. But for me, I think the best left back at the moment on likes of this FIFA is the one, I've forgotten his name, Andrew Robson. That's it. Where is he? His inform card. His inform card is insane. There it is. For me, his inform card is very, very good. It is just very, very good. I like the way his card is because he is just so much more better. I just lost his card somewhere. For me, I feel his card is so much more better. Very decent pace, very decent dribbling, very decent. All-round stats are very decent, and for me, he feels like probably the best left back in I've actually used at the moment. And I've mainly used Premier League. I've mainly used Premier League. I've rarely used other leagues. But with likes of FIFA 16, I did use other leagues like Serie A and Liga NOS. But for me, I think Premier League is so much more easier to build on because you do have a lot more going on in the Premier League, like monthly, like Player of the Month awards and all that stuff. And some of the players are like, you pretty much, I've spent my time just going through like leagues and stuff and going through players who I think are really, really good. And the likes of Van Dijk and everything, I know Van Dijk. Van Dijk is in my favourite team, that is Liverpool. And I know the likes of Roberto Firmino, who's very, very good. Martial's very, very good. Zaha's very, very good. Like, you know that they're good in real life as well. And that's the point. This is like the point I'm making is that you know these players are very, very good in real life. So you're definitely going to try and get them in the likes of FIFA Ultimate Team. And like in next season, the main players I want to get next season at the very start is the likes of SHAREfactory. He's definitely going to be very, very good. A few other players like the left winger. What's his name? What's his name? I'm trying to think of the left winger from Everton. I could get like Delafu really. I'm trying to think of the left winger for Everton. I don't even know if he is a left winger or not. Yeah, he is. There you go, Richardson, who 5-star weak foot again, very, very good, right-footed, very young by the way, and probably very, very cheap as he is 1.9 at the moment in the likes of this FIFA, and he's probably going to be very, very cheap in the next FIFA as well. And for SHAREfactory again, SHAREfactory is probably going to be decent as he's priced. I could probably see him being like around, at the very start, being around like 5 odd K or 4K, as at the moment he is around 6K at the moment, and as you can see, like cheapest is 3 odd K, 3.8. So next season I could probably see him get like an 83 or an 8, or sticking as an 82. But probably will have our ones to watch in the likes of that as well. And for strikers, I would look into probably, if I had to think of one striker that will probably be really, really good next season to start off with, is probably Hernandez. That is if he stays, or Antonio for instance. That is if he stays in the likes of this team. He's at the moment West Ham really as good on. So with that as well, and then probably centre backs I would look into, like probably like Maguire, who's really decent, and probably I'll go for John Stones, but I think it'll be like 82, which is a decent rating, and then probably like right back Uriah and whatnot. So you never really know what's going to happen, but like there's a lot of good players in likes of Burnley. Burnley've got a very, very good team. I think it's like the Grob, I think his name is, who's really, really good. And they got like a decent German centre back, who's probably going to be very cheap in the next FIFA as well. That's Huddersfield actually. Huddersfield's got a very decent German centre back. And at the moment, I've mainly been like, you can see where I'm going with like the next FIFA and looking into cheap, decent players. I would probably look into like sort of Liga NOS. At the very start of this season, at the very start of this FIFA, I was looking into Liga NOS, and I did get a Liga NOS team together, but it really didn't fit how I wanted to play the game. And then I started building around likes of Bundesliga and Premier League at the same time, and then I had likes of Sonda, Brunat, and I think up top I had Timo Werner up front, and I think in the midfield I had like Rudi Goetze and I think Lallana. Oh, I think it was like Emre Can and whatnot, and the team was really cheap. I think I only got it around for like 20k, and they're all like really decently priced, and it worked really well at the start of this FIFA. And then again, like it was, yeah. I think for some players I would look into from the Bundesliga next season is probably Ginter. Very, very good. I think at the moment he got a 86 rating in form, and if I'm correct or not, I think Delet's going to like Barcelona, and he's like a really good youngster, and I think he'd be really good to pick up next season or something on any team. But honestly, I would look into pace. For me, at the moment, next season, the way that FIFA's looking is that they've got this like power shot system, which is kind of dead. I think it's a bit of a skiffy one, but for next season, for like if passing is going to be like it is this season, I definitely would look into looking for very good passing players, likes of I would say likes of Lallana, or Lallana, I was meant to say, or likes of Lazzini, Jordan Henderson, very good passing player. I'll probably look into them because passing is a really big figure. Passing basically is the most important out of all skills in the game. And at the moment, with this team though, I've got like Michael Carrick and Kevin De Bruyne, so like passing is going to be insanely good anyway. And I've got really two good ball playing players. I didn't realise Bayer's only got 59 passing. I thought he had like 60. But with likes of Uriah and all that stuff, this team is very, very good. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about this team? And what do you think of Michael Carrick's card? Because at the moment, I gotta say, this card is insane with passing. And yes. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about this team? Do you like it? Do you not? Let me know down in the comments below. And what should I do for the next video? Because I'm actually thinking of doing a few ideas for the upcoming stuff, because I'm only here for 10 days. You didn't watch my last video on Fortnite. I did describe a lot of things, like what's going on. So yeah, I would look into that. But I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, do subscribe, and see you next time.